everybody, it's Justin Sinkwitz reporting for Because. I'm here in our studio, and today I'm going to talk to some of our recreation staff to learn more about some of the Park District's programs and events, specifically the ones that happen over the summer. It's going to be an interesting conversation, and I'm looking forward to it, so stick around. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Beth Waller, our Cultural Arts Supervisor. Beth, thanks for joining us.
Of course. I'm so happy to be here.
So for our audience at home, if you could, just give them a brief overview of the Cultural Arts Department. I mean, every time I meet somebody new at the Park District, they tell me about some kind of cultural arts program they're in. It's so popular. So if you could, just give us a rundown of what's involved in your Cultural Arts Department.
Of course. I mean, you have 10 hours, right? Okay, so where do we start? Well, you know, we have a lot of performing type activities. So we've got music and dance and theater. And so there's a lot of different classes and performance opportunities. And then we also oversee visual art. So really are all sorts of things. And most of our classes start for people at 5 years old and go all the way through adults. So
okay.
I could really go on and on.
So
where would you like me to focus?
So one of the, do most of these activities take place out of the Community Recreation Center? Or are they all over?
You are exactly correct. Most of them are coming out of CRC.
Okay.
And one of the reasons for that, it just is a great opportunity for people to be able to do a lot of different things. For instance, people that are in our dance classes, they might be taking multiple levels of classes. So, you know, maybe they're taking a level 1 ballet, and then a half hour later, they're going to take a tap class, and it's all in the same building. So it just really makes it a lot easier for that to happen. Or if mom or dad want to go, you know, work out or take a class of their own, it's just very convenient having most of the classes there. Plus, we are so lucky here in Schaumburg because we have 3 beautiful sprung floor studios there for the dancers. And then we have 5 private music studios. So you know, not many places have that. And we have a Clavinova lab, which is pianos that are kind of weighted keys.
Okay.
And we just added to that. There's 8 of those. So, plus our art rooms. Great facility for us.
Lots going on.
Yes.
So speaking of lots going on, I recently heard you speak about some of the successes that you had over the summer. Anything you want to highlight for us?
Well, you know, I'd love to talk just a smidgen about maybe our theater program and our dance, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first, dance, I'm always so proud of the people that are involved with those classes because not only do they do performance for like competitions and those kind of things, they also go out into the community. And the summertime is one of the times we get to do that. So they went out to Friendship Village, they were at the Boomers game, they went to Septemberfest. So we had over 700 different people in attendance at those classes that then probably about 50 to 60 went out into the community. So, you know, that's really exciting. They like to share what they've learned.
Yeah.
And then Oklahoma, you know, summer musical is literally one of our favorite things. We take people from 8 to any age. So this summer we had, I think our oldest was 55. She probably wouldn't admit to it, but she was. And we had about 68 people in the cast. We gave 4 performances, and they just did a fabulous job. They spent about 7 weeks preparing. Every single number was filled with singing and dancing, and people learned a lot, had a great time, and made great friendships. So that's the other part that's wonderful.
How many weeks does it take to prepare for a performance like Oklahoma?
Well, you know what? They'll come out and they'll audition, and then there's 2 weeks usually of doing the callbacks, and then usually 6 to 7 weeks of actual preparation time. And then, of course, the tech week and the shows.
Okay. One more thing I was interested in is if I'm a parent of a child and I don't know quite where to place them yet as far as dance or music, do you guys do evaluations to kind of help the parents along, and how would they get information about that?
I'm so happy you asked that because I think that is something people don't always understand. If you're a new parent and say your child has danced before, you can come in and we will evaluate them. They can come in, we'll find a time. You just have to email myself or my dance coordinator, And we'll have you come in, we'll have them do a couple of different steps, and we'll find out where they need to go. If they're a totally new dancer and they're young, those are basically age levels. So, there we have a 3-year-old class, a 4-year-old class, 5-year-old class, so that they don't have to be evaluated. Music, we do the same thing. You can come in and we will have you bring your instrument, or if it's piano, we of course have those.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Congratulations on a great summer.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
I don't think it was 10 hours.
Thanks,
Thanks
Beth.
for having me.
All right, see ya. Take care. All right, we'll be right back. I'm here with Dave Brooks, Manager of Conservation Services. Dave, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Sure, yeah. No problem.
Wanted to talk about the successful summer that Heritage Farm had, spring and summer, really. How many visitors did you see come through the farm?
So we kind of have to estimate a little bit, but it was a little over about 31,000 that came through, and that's programs, events, people just coming out to visit. So.
Is that on par with your other years, or is it up or down this year? Is it?
You know what? It is probably on par. The big new attraction, of course, at Spring Valley has been Bison's Bluff, and the numbers have been off the charts. But the Heritage Farm has always had pretty steady numbers, especially for spring and summer. So that's I'm sure that's on par with.
It's a hidden gem in Schaumburg, Heritage Farm.
Yeah, I think to some degree it is. It's more well known now.
Yeah.
But it is. A lot of people are definitely surprised, if they've never been there before, to discover this actual farm with horses and cows and pigs and chickens right in the middle of Schaumburg.
Very neat.
Yeah.
Do you guys still have a lot of field trips coming through?
Yes, yeah. The farm has always been a popular field trip destination for local schools. So in the month of May in particular has always been one of our busiest months of the year. So they had over 1,400 school kids come through during springtime, so April and May.
Okay. Another exciting thing at the farm is all the special events that are popping up throughout the spring and the summer. Can you give us a couple examples of what you had this summer?
Well, the farm, their big summer event has always been their Spring Valley Country Fair, which is basically, it's kind of an authentic recreation of what a small rural community fair would look like. And this was their best year ever. They decided to change some things up a little bit. It's a 2-day event in late June, and they had about 1,200 people show up for that this year. It's a free event too, and I think that maybe helped boost the attendance, but they also added a bunch more stuff too. So, and then the farm also offers a monthly beer garden, which sounds like a wild party, but it's not. It's really again with the site's mission in mind. They're trying to recreate what a German community beer garden would look like. And there were family events, there were games, and they would have some live music. We're very fortunate to have our own little homegrown German brass band, and they play very traditional music there at the beer gardens. And so we did 5 of them this year, and I think we probably had over close to 600 people show up for those beer gardens this past year. So
quite a lot going on.
Yeah.
Last question before I let you go.
Sure.
Any new livestock this summer or spring?
Well, we did have 3 calves born in spring, so they were with us throughout the summer.
Now the farm will be closing for the winter, if I'm correct, after this month, or is it already closed?
Yes, the farm is open and the buildings are open Tuesday through Sunday through usually the 3rd weekend in November, and that's when we hold our Hog House to Smokehouse event, and then once we get through that event, it really closes for the season, even though a week or 2 later it will be open for our Christmas in the Valley event.
Okay.
So once we do our holiday event at the farm, then they're kind of closed for the season.
When will it open back up?
So the site will open in March, the 1st of March. They open the gates so people can come and visit the farm. The buildings themselves in the interpretive program with the staff and volunteers in period clothing, that will not resume until April 1st. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, Dave.
Sure. Yeah, you're welcome.
Like learning about the farm and what was going on there, and congratulations on a successful spring and summer.
Thanks.
All right. I'm here with Mike Wold, Meineke Recreation Center Manager. Mike, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so summer camps. One of the most popular things that we have, one of our most popular offerings. We had a great summer. can you give our viewers overview of how many campers we had and how many camps we offer?
Sure. So we had 170 camps district-wide
Wow.
this summer, and there was over 2,000 campers that attended those camps.
Now, is that all at one site, or is that across the park district?
Yeah, that's the whole park district. So there's multiple sites, multiple buildings that we hold those camps at.
Okay, and what are some of the different camps that we offer?
Sure. So some of the bigger ones are Adventure Day Camp, Teen Voyager Camp, Wacky Wagon Camp, and Inside Out Camp.
Okay. Have you seen any trends as far as like what camps are becoming more popular with the kids these days?
Sure. It's our all-day camps that we've noticed have grown over the last 2 or 3 summers. So those parents are looking for a good camp that is all day.
Okay. Now, is it what are the times of most of the camps, or does it just depend?
Sure. So most of our camps start either at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., and
Okay.
those are going till 5 or 6 p.m. at night.
Okay. Awesome. So for next summer, if people want to find more about camps, when does registration start?
Yeah, so we start registration in the spring of 2019 for most of our summer camps.
And then a summer camp guide will go out in our spring brochure, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Well, great. Mike, thanks for joining us and giving us more info on camps.
Absolutely. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
I'm here with Heather Simross, our Aquatics Supervisor for the Park District. Heather, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Heather, you guys had a great summer in the Aquatics Department. If you could give us a quick overview of all the different options and facilities and programs you have for our patrons.
So we have 4 aquatic facilities. We have the indoor water park at the Waterworks, so that's open year-round. We also have 3 outdoor pools. We have the outdoor water park at your island, and then we have Bach and Meineke pool.
Okay. And you had a ton of people come through this summer. How many people came through the pools?
There's over 38,000 that came through on a daily admission pass, so that doesn't even really factor in our season pass holder visits.
Okay. And season pass holders, there's options available for everybody and for all facilities?
Yeah, so there's a couple options for season passes. You can either get the pool combo pass, which includes the indoor water park and all 3 outdoor pools.
Okay.
Or if you want to just do Bach and Meineke, there's a pass just for Bach and Meineke, and then there's an additional 3rd pass that's for all outdoor pools, so that would also include at your island.
Okay. And another great thing that you do in the Aquatics Department is provide swim lessons. Give us a quick rundown of the swim lesson program at the Park District.
So just to kind of stress the importance of swim lessons, so drowning is the leading cause of accidental death in children under the age of 4. So we really want to do everything we can to get swim lessons to be available and in the right price points for every family in the area. So this year alone, during the summer, there were 1,300 kids that went through swim lessons. We also offer adult lessons too. So there's about 100 of those that run during the summer. And on a yearly basis, there's over 5,000 children that we serve for swim lessons.
If I'm a parent and I don't quite know where my kid falls in with the swim lesson spectrum, like, do you guys have a program where you can come in and evaluate the child and see where they should be placed?
So if your child is under the age of 5, we have our Tiny Tot class, and that's where they would be placed just on age. If your child is over 5, then they'll sign up for just the Schaumburg Park District Swim School, and on the first day of class, they're evaluated by one of our instructors to decide which level they should be on based on their level of skill.
Great. One more thing I wanted to ask you about before I let you go. Special events. You got a lot of cool special events over the summer. Can you tell us about those?
There's nothing better than spending time outside by the pool, right? So we like to include one special event at each pool for the summer. So at Atcher Island, we did our first Flick and Float. So we did Moana this year, and Moana was a huge hit. There were over 400 people that came to see the movie on a big blow-up screen. We had popcorn and lots of fun events, so it was a great time. So that will make another appearance this summer, movie to be determined, but it'll be something else fun for the kids and for families. At Meineke, they did a Dad's Cannonball contest, so that was a great event for families where they came in the morning and did a cannonball contest off the diving boards in the well.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, Dad's trying to make the biggest splash. It was quite a spectacle. It was interesting. And then they got a little lunch, a little brunch break for that. So that was fun. And then Bach has a family scavenger hunt. So Bach's really good at family events. That's a family pool. So they did a lot of activity scavenger hunts that included the pool. So we had a great summer of special events, and the weather was fantastic. So we really couldn't have asked for anything better.
Great. Well, congratulations on an outstanding summer.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'm here with Stephanie Gear, our Casper Supervisor. Stephanie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Casper and especially the summer camps.
Well, this past summer, we ran 7 summer camps within Park District buildings and school district facilities. And we had approximately 400 campers on a daily basis for 9 weeks.
Wow. How many staff does that take?
We had approximately 75 staff this summer and 10 van and bus drivers to transport the kids around.
Okay. What kind of field trips does the CASPAR program take?
We take them all over the Chicagoland area, but some big ones are we take our 5th and 6th graders into the city to go to the Bean and Millennium Park, and they did an architectural tour this summer. We go out to Rockford, up to Crystal Lake to their beach. So we try to get to lots of places.
For next year, if people are interested in signing up for the CASPAR summer camp, when does registration start?
Our registration is in April,
Okay.
and it lasts for approximately 2 weeks, and then we notify everyone by early May.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on a successful summer.
Thank you.
I'm here with Dvorak, our manager of athletics and Olympic Park. Derek, thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Derek, for our viewers at home, if you could just give an overview of the athletics offerings at the Park District.
Sure. We do a variety of programs and leagues. We do a number of adult leagues, including soccer, basketball, softball, volleyball, and then we also offer some youth classes for the kids to kind of learn the basics of various sports, and we also do quite a few camps in the summer for athletics.
Okay, and you do this throughout the Park District's indoors and outdoors?
Correct, yes. We've got the Indoor Sports Center, which has 4 basketball courts and 2 indoor turf soccer fields, as well as a gymnastics center and batting tunnels. And then we have Olympic Park with its 8 turf fields and 2 grass fields, and then 5 softball fields as well.
It's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
So you guys had a really busy summer. If you could, what were some of the trends you saw this summer?
Sure, yeah, we did really well with the youth day camps for the sports-themed ones. We had quite a bit of improvement from previous seasons with some of those summer camps, including the Sports Splash and Create camp and the Inside Out Sports camp over at the Sports Center.
Okay.
Our leagues held pretty steady. We did have an increase in our indoor soccer program for the summer.
Okay. Now, Olympic Park just got some major renovations. Can you tell us about those?
Sure, yeah, we re-turfed 3 of our fields out there. That was throughout the summer, so 3 of those are up and running now, and then we'll be doing 3 more of them next summer. So after next summer, we'll have 6 brand new turf fields. I know they did a little bit different of an inlay in those, so it's a nice kind of new technology that we're looking forward to utilizing.
Great. Well, Derek, thanks for joining us and giving us a little more insight about the athletics program.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Justin.
Well, that'll do it for our conversations with some of the recreation staff at the Park District. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did learning a little bit more about some of our programs and offerings. To learn more, visit us online at parkfun.com, and we'll see you next time.